Hey mages on the internet, my name's Matt and welcome to today's video. So today, with standard rotation coming up very soon, you know I've been doing a couple of rotation proof decks, but what I thought I'd do today is something a little bit fun. I'm giving you my top 8 most hated cards that are going to be leaving standard. Now these are going to just be my personal choices and I really do hope you agree with the majority of them, but if not, make sure you hit me up in the comments and let me know any cards that are rotating out of standard that you really can't wait to see the back of. Now when you're thinking about hated cards, I'm not just thinking about cards that are really good, like Llanowar Elves, you know, is a great turn 1 play. Yes, it can be annoying, but Llanowar Elves, I just don't hate it. Cards like Merfolk Trickster are really annoying, but like again, I don't hate it. And it's the same for Settle the Wreckage. It's a card that when you're playing, you're always sort of playing around. But do you generally hate it? Yeah, you hate it if it sort of gets rid of 8 of your creatures into exile. But for me, it doesn't bring the hate and the rage that these next 8 cards do. So without further ado, let's get on to my top 8 most hated cards leaving standard. And we're starting off with Legion's Landing. Now this little 1-drop white enchantment does seem very innocuous, but when you're playing against the mono white decks, they always seem to have it turn 1 play. Bit like Llanowar Elves, but you know, you can quite easily kill that Llanowar Elf. Legion's Landing will potentially always stay on the field, it'll create that 1/1 vampire, and then they will start to build up their army, as I've done myself, I will say, and when it attacks it flips into a Danto the first fort. This is what really irks me about this card. Unless you've got something like a Field of Ruin that is actually rotating as well, you need to destroy this land very quick because they will just keep spamming out the vampire creature tokens, and they have lifelink as well, just for 3 mana, or they can just tap it for the white. Legion's Landing is an absolute epic turn 1 play, but it was one that just thinks, oh, they've started already building their army, and just please don't let it flip. Legion's Landing is one of my most hated cards, and I'm glad it's leaving standard. So now we come on to a card, it's a blue card. Blue cards do not escape my wrath in this list. Curious Obsession. Oh my god, what an annoying card. And it's actually a very annoying deck for me. Even as a blue mage, I don't like the mono blue deck. I don't know what it is, I just don't like playing it or playing against it. This card is value, and I just hate the value that it gives because they're always going to have protection for their creature, and they're always going to be able to attack in with it. It's going to give the creature a little pump, a little +1/1, and it's just a constant card draw. And it is the card for me that kept mono blue alive. It's just such a card drawing engine. Now obviously the total package of the deck is what makes it good, but Curious Obsession, it's just a card that just fits that deck, and it is really annoying. You try to kill it, you try to kill the creature, and it never comes off, and they keep drawing the answer because that's what Obsession does. I hate you, Obsession. I hate the deck. Goodbye. So the next card on my list is one that doesn't see any standard play at all, but my god do I dislike this card, because when you play Singleton on Arena, the rat colony people just thrive up like I don't know what. I'm not going to say like rats because that's really horrible and I'm not that kind of person, but rat colony, it's just horrible. It should have been banned from Singleton. I hate this card because I hate what it makes people do. The challenges are to win prizes. Rat Colony is an easy deck to play. Just fill your deck with any number of them. It's a stupid card. I hate it. I'm not saying anything more about Rat Colony, but thank God you're going. So 5 more cards to go, and we're going red this time, and it's Rekindling Phoenix. Now this is obviously a very good card, but what do I hate about this? It just doesn't die. It dies and then it comes back as a 0/1. Now unless you've got double removal, this will just keep coming over, flying, pecking you to death and just winning a game, you know, sometimes on its own as well. Rekindling Phoenix, yes, I know it's a great card, but I hate it. It's just so hard to kill. And if you're playing red, it's a great top end card. If you're playing Gruul, it's great. It just fits so many good decks, but I hate it because it's just so annoying to finish. You can put maybe down a Hydroid Crassus early to try and deal with it. Your Crassus will die and the Phoenix will die, but then it will come back. So unless you've got that removal, again, Rekindling Phoenix will rekindle and just keep killing you. Rekindling Phoenix is certainly one of my most hated cards that's leaving standard. So down to the top 4 now. And this one it's a bit of a strange one for me, but Search for Azcanta is definitely in the hated part, I think, for a lot of people. Just because, one, for me, it's definitely undercosted at 2. It could be quite easily be 3 mana and still be just as good. You just pray that the Azcanta doesn't flip, but it always flip. It's very much like Legion's Landing. And when it's flip, paying the 3 for them to look at the top 4 cards of the library and reveal a non-creature, and they're all non-creature, non-land cards, and they just get to put the best parts of their deck in their hand. Azcanta the Sunken Ruin, when it flips over, it's just so annoying. It's very hard to beat, because even if they haven't got the answer in hand, they will always be able to dig for it. This, for me, is a hated card because it's just super, super strong, was undercosted, and when it flips, it's just very, very hard to beat. So the top 3 now. Can you guess what's going to be in the top 3? Well, in at number 3 is Carnage Tyrant. What a stupid card. Can't be countered, trample and hexproof, and is a big 7/6 dinosaur. I mean, what's not to hate about this card? Like a lot of these, I've played them because it's good. I'm not going to say I haven't, but can't be countered, trample and hexproof. How are us control players going to be able to deal with Carnage Tyrant? It has stomped its way to victory all over Standard. It's just been everywhere. And when there's, even still to the end, when I see a Carnage Tyrant, I'm like, oh, I just can't win. A lot of the decks I play just can't beat a Carney T. It's a very, very strong card, but I hate it, and I can't wait for it to go. So we're down to the final 2 now. And the next one is the first Planeswalker on the list, and it's Vivian Reed. Vivian Reed has now been replaced by another Green Walker, but Vivian Reed is still a really, really hated card for me. 5 mana, 5 loyalty, very nicely costed there. They can -3 to destroy artifact, enchantment or creature with flying. It's just so good. The +1, look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal a creature or land, put it in your hand, so you're surfing through your deck in green. In green, I tell you. -8, get an emblem. Creatures you control get +2/2 vigilance, trample, and indestructible. With all their big beastie creatures, Vivian Reed finds that with a +1, and then you get to make them just impossible to beat. Vivian Reed, super strong, very hated, and when they play the little NRLs and get it down a few turns earlier, oh my god, it's just GG's. Goodbye, Vivian. Thanks for having ya. So the number 1 most hated card leaving Standard for me is probably a lot of people's most hated cards. Considering it's been in conjunction with Baby Teferi, Big Teferi Hero of Dominaria will not see many tears when it leaves Standard. Maybe from 3 of us control players who do like it, but it's still a hated card because even when if you're not playing with it and playing against it, it is just game ending. 3 double whites and a blue, loyalty 4. You get to +1 and draw a card, which is what you want to be doing in those colours. And then untap 2 lands ready for a counterspell or a kill spell. It's just bonkers. The -3, put target non-land permanent into its owner's library, 3rd from the top so you can get rid of something important. If you're playing against someone that loves a fun deck and playing mill, you're never milling because they're going to keep tucking Teferi. And the -8, that emblem, whenever you draw a card. I mean, what does blue do? It draws card. Exile target permanent. And that's not even a creature in charge. That is permanent, so it will take away your lands. Probably the most hated card has been in Standard for quite a long time, Teferi Hero of Dominaria. And if you play Modern, you're not getting rid of it because it definitely sees play in there. Interestingly about this card, it's probably been the most expensive card throughout the last God knows how many months in Standard as well. It's always kept its price, which tells you how good it is. But it is definitely, I think, in the community, the most hated card. And it's one that will be sorely, sorely not missed. So boys and girls, that is my most hated cards leaving Standard. Please let me know in the comments what yours are. Let me know what you think of any of these. You'll probably disagree with some of them because they're your favourite cards. But these are my most hated cards, and I really want to know what yours, so let me see in the comments and I'll meet you there as always. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, really does help. And obviously if you're liking the video because you liked what you see today, that helps as well. Sharing the video with your friends is a great way to help grow the channel for free for me, and I really do appreciate that. Anyway, you lot take care, have a great night, and I will see you on the next video.